Hello friends, I'm Dr. Sonica Krishan, and today I want to discuss with you a very important topic. It is a disease that people are really suffering from it, and it is spreading like anything everywhere, all over the world. It's a lifestyle disease, that is diabetes. Diabetes is the problem of sugar, as it is commonly known. Now, what is diabetes? I just want to share about this to make the concept a little more clearer, because diabetes is the problem of high sugar levels. So it is just, I'll just share a little basics about it, that in our body there's an organ called pancreas, and pancreas produces insulin. Now the working of this insulin is, just understand that we are made up of cells, so many cells, hundreds and thousands of cells. Now uh, this hormone, that is insulin, what it will do is it works as a key. It opens each and every cell, puts glucose into the cell and closes the cell. So by this manner glucose is stored in the cells all over the body, and then we use the glucose for our energy purposes, for our day-to-day activities. But in case of diabetes, now what happens? Either insulin is not being produced enough, or insulin is being produced but our bodies are not able to use it or utilize it. In both the cases, when the insulin is not there, the cells will not store the glucose, and the insulin will and the glucose or the sugar will only free flow in our blood or in our urine, and that is the problem of diabetes that comes up. So it is a very severe disease in itself, because it is becoming very common. In India alone, the stat says that 11 crore people are already suffering from it, and every 10 seconds a person is dying because of diabetic complications, and in the same 10 seconds 2 new cases of diabetes are emerging. Now very soon, like they are saying that India will become diabetic capital for the world. So many diabetic patients would be there, and we need to understand that now why is this problem coming up. It is really needed to understand the basics, because earlier it was considered that diabetes is a problem of the rich people, or it's only a hereditary problem. But now we need to understand that diabetes emerges because of wrong diets and wrong lifestyles. Wrong diets means that eating habits are wrong, whatever you're eating, that is wrong, and that is too much of sugary or fat laden diet that you're having. And the lifestyle, it is becoming very sedentary. It has already become very sedentary. We are sitting most of the time. We are not using the energy that is being produced, and that is how the disease of diabetes is taking everyone unawares. So, and there are some more factors, like you can say problem of obesity, that is weight gain. If you're not taking care of weight gain, if you're not taking care of your cholesterol, if there is high cholesterol, if there's some other factors, like if you're smoking, these are triggering factors, and that could reason for the problem of diabetes, or the high sugar levels could increase in your system. Now it needs to be understood that what Ayurveda says or tells us about diabetes. I'll just share this with you now. Now, before starting with sharing with you what is the Ayurveda understanding of the disease of diabetes, I must tell you that what are the signs and symptoms of this problem, of this disease. But in case diabetes starts emerging, or when you're already a diabetic patient, you would be having excessive thirst would be there, excessive appetite would be there, you would be feeling a lot of weakness or lethargy, And then there are because your vision problems could be there. And one very important sign of diabetes is that the wounds are not being healed very easily. And also sometimes there are some unusual changes of either there could be a lot of weight gain or there could be a lot of weight loss, and more of urination is there along with the high appetite. So all these signs and symptoms could tell you that okay, you could be suffering from diabetes. Now let me share with you that what is the Ayurveda understanding of this disease. In Ayurveda, diabetes is called as Madhumeha or Prameha. Now, Ayurveda believes that there is 20 types of diabetes, because in Ayurveda, all the diseases that set up in our system is because of dosha imbalance. There are three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. And when these doshas are stable in the body, if they are balanced, in that case, we are completely healthy. Now, when a disease comes in the body, it means that there is some kind of imbalance in the three doshas. Now, when Vata dosha is imbalanced, this results into 4 types of diabetes or Madhumeha. These 4 types are regarded as incurable in Ayurveda. And then Pitta dosha, when it is imbalanced, this causes 6 types of diabetes. Now, these 6 types are considered to be difficult to cure, but Kapha dosha imbalance, this results into 10 types of diabetes. Now, this variety of diabetes is regarded to be curable. Now, I just told you about how doshas are affecting and how they cause the problem. Now, let me share with you some of the home remedies, some of the herbal benefits that you can derive and save yourself from the problem of diabetes. Now, about the home remedies or the herbal remedies that Ayurveda suggests that you could be following, you could be using in your everyday life, so that you can stay clear of this malady of diabetes. Or if you're already a diabetic patient, you can be using these remedies I'll be just telling you about. In case there is a hereditary problem in your family, if your parents are diabetic or your mother, father, anybody in the family, and you are consciously, you know that okay, the chances are, because this is a hereditary problem, chances are you could be having diabetes. So start with these remedies. These are going to save you. And in case you are just recently you are a diabetic patient, the diabetes has just entered your system, these remedies alone would be helping you to clear the problem in your system. Friends, now let me tell you some of the important home remedies. First is you should start with keeping or storing water in a copper vessel for the entire night, and in the morning on an empty stomach you should be drinking 1 or 2 glasses of the water. This is really going to help you. This is going to help so many other problems other than diabetes also, and you can keep diabetes at bay just by taking this water of copper vessel. Bitter gourd, that is Karela. Now this is wonderful for diabetic patients. In case you are suffering from diabetes or you want to stay clear of the problem, another remedy is you take some seeds of bitter gourd, crush them, make them into powder, and 3 to 5 grams of the powder of bitter gourd seeds you need to take on an empty stomach before your meals. 3 to 5 grams you can be taking with warm water twice a day. Bitter gourd juice is also wonderful to help you get rid of the problem of diabetes. You can crush the vegetable of bitter gourd, and then you could produce the juice, extract the juice, and take this juice twice a day on an empty stomach, preferably in the morning and in the evening. There are 2 more plants or herbs. One is neem, another is bilv. They are trees actually. You take the leaves, 4 to 5 leaves of neem as well as bilv. You can be chewing them in the morning on an empty stomach. This is wonderful for diabetic patients. And otherwise, you take these leaves, you add a little water and crush them in the mixer grinder, and in the muslin cloth you can extract the juice and take 2 spoons of the juice on an empty stomach, and this is going to really help you to save you from the problem. As another remedy, you take fenugreek seeds. Fenugreek seeds is methi dana. So you soak them, you take 1 to 2 teaspoons, soak them overnight in some water, and in the morning on an empty stomach you chew the seeds of fenugreek or the methi dana, and you drink the water that was used for storing the seeds. This is another good remedy. That Triphala powder. Triphala is a combination of 3 herbs, that is harad, vaheda and amla. Now this combination or the 3 maroglans as it is called in English, so you should be taking it with your meals. Preferably all the diabetic medicines are considered better to be taken before meals. Take 1 teaspoon full of Triphala powder once at your in the morning and once in the evening. This is actually going to help you. Amla juice is good for you. Amla is Indian gooseberry in English, and crush the amla and then you can extract the juice, and this juice you could be taking once or twice a day. This is wonderful for diabetic patients. There's a fruit called jamun or blueberry. Now the seeds, jamun seeds are really regarded to be helpful for the diabetes, and you need to crush the seeds. Extract the seeds of jamun fruit, crush them, make them into powder, and take 1 teaspoon of jamun seed powder once or twice a day, and this is also very helpful for saving you from the problem of diabetes. So friends, these were some of the remedies, herbal remedies that I suggested to you for staying clear of the problem of diabetes. And if you want to take some Ayurvedic medicines and some classical Ayurvedic formulations for diabetes, you should be taking them also. You could visit some Ayurvedic doctor or Vaidya near you, visit him, and you could start with the formulations, because I told you, because 4 types of diabetes, that is because of Vata imbalance, that is incurable. Due to Pitta imbalance is difficult to cure, but Kapha diabetes that results from Kapha imbalance, that's of 10 types, and that is curable. So in the case of diabetes due to Pitta imbalance and Kapha imbalance, this normally comes in the type 2 diabetes, and then we have medicines for that, and then in some remedies, even in Panchakarma, you can go to a Panchakarma Ayurvedic center. They have wonderful cleansing techniques of Panchakarma, and then they are actually specific for detox plans for diabetic patients. And there are some rasayanas also, because in Ayurveda there is a rasayana or a shilajit. Shilajit is a medicinal, Ayurvedic medicinal ingredient, and it is regarded really good for diabetes. Please take it. You can take it 1 gram twice a day, but please take all the medicines if you are taking under the supervision of a Ayurvedic doctor. Friends, please understand that diabetes is a lifestyle disease. This is affecting the lifestyle. This is because of some kind of wrong lifestyle that we are leading, wrong diet and wrong activities in the lifestyle. Because it is really important that other than taking the diabetes medicines, if you're already accustomed to be taking medicines, but then you must be aware that diabetes could be leading to so many other complications if it is not controlled. If you're not actually aware about how to keep it controlled, because the complications like obesity or lot of weight gain could be there. There could be hormonal disturbances, the kidney problems could arise, there could be high blood pressure, or even there could be paralysis. So please understand that diabetes could be taking the form of a severe disease. Control it in time. You need to bring a lot of change in your diet as well as lifestyle. This is this is needed because Ayurveda believes that the problems are coming up because of wrong diets and wrong styles of living the life that we live. So in diet you have to avoid the sweet foods and very sweet fruits, fruit juices, all these things you have to avoid. Lot of high carbohydrate diet also, like potatoes and rice. The doctor would be guiding you, of course, that you have to avoid these things. And you have to take minimum of, or you should totally avoid taking fats in your diet, because that are not going to be digested in your system, and then the problem is only going to increase. In your lifestyle, you have to take care that you have to leave being sedentary and sitting all the while, and not being active. You have to actually become very active now. You should be walking the fresh air for around 1 hour every day. You should be taking up yoga exercises if it is possible for you. Take up some yoga, like Surya Namaskar is good. There are so many asanas like Dhanurasana and Matsyendra Asana. Please discuss with your yoga instructor for that. And pranayam also, the deep breathing techniques you should be taking up, like Anulom Vilom pranayam, that is really good. And Surya Namaskar, I just told you about. You should be doing it every day. And before ending, I'll just tell you, because in case of diabetes, you should take two ultimate care is required. One is because your wounds would not be getting healed very easily. So take care not to get hurt, because the healing of the wounds is not easy, and then it causes all the more complications. And second is keep a check. If your sugar levels are high, or if you are in the chance of having the problem of diabetes, please keep a regular monitoring, a regular check on your blood sugar levels. So thank you, friends. I really hope that whatever I just told you about taking care of yourself and staying clear of the malady of diabetes has helped you. You can reach me, you can visit my website. It is www.drsonicakrishan.com, and you can send an email at sonicakrishan@gmail.com.